Hey guys, happy Friday once again. This week I read an article titled The Challenges Facing Social Tech and What Will Tackle Them. This article was written by Claire McDonald. It was retrieved from computerweekly.com. So it's a little bit more relevant to what we talked about this week in class, just with social media and how that affects IT and businesses. So social media is becoming more of a tool that is used within business, no matter what business or organization may be. So the author of this article, Claire McDonald, states in the beginning that social media and technology are being used for many different things, and of all of those avenues have positives within them. However, it can still be a challenge for those businesses to adapt to the new changes within social media. McKean states, and this comes from chapter 13 of the book this week, "It's a time of significant change for organizations and for IT. Tools for implementing social business, aka social media, are being rapidly adopted by the population as a whole and at a slower pace by businesses. So while the rest of the world is catching on to social media and everything that it has to offer, businesses are still struggling to keep up with the times, and that's due to just some barriers that businesses have." And McDonald states, "Using technology for philanthropy and social movements could change the world, but there are a number of barriers for social enterprises, including silos, lack of funding, difficulty in scaling, and access to talent. However, it has been encouraged from others that this should not be the case, and that more collaboration should happen between social media platforms and businesses." So essentially, collaborations need to happen. We talk about it a lot, and it's addressed a lot in the book this week, but even before, it's addressed a lot of just using collaboration more. Collaboration needs to happen, not just within smaller businesses, but as well with government and larger businesses, McDonald states. "Before, businesses would take a long time to find the data that they are looking for their business, and it would take time to get responses from people. A lot of the time, big businesses would use surveys to find out how they're doing, what they need to improve on, and I don't know how that would work nowadays, now that we all have smartphones for the most part. However, the use of social media has allowed for businesses to collect data at a faster rate." McKean writes, "In addition to these fundamental components of delivering business value with data, leaders are also looking for IT to help innovate with data. We are just beginning to recognize that there are data external to the organization, in addition to social media data, that can be used to generate new and entirely different sources of value for companies. So being able to come together and gather innovative ideas will benefit and aid the company when used properly." In the article it states, "The one thing we don't do as a government is compete. So we can share and we can work across the borders with other people. Don't do it all yourselves. You can't. Team up with people. What this means for IT and businesses may lead to leaders and management teams having to change things up and shift things around." I should also mention that this was, as far as I can tell, was written based on the UK and what they have done. I don't know how going across state borders could always work sometimes, but again, with the use of technology and stuff, I think it could potentially work. So changing the culture that the business and the mindset of which the business is in can be difficult to do. However, having the right people on the team collaborating and working towards the same goal is crucial and effective for businesses. According to Small, the charity sector has on its side the millennial generation, who are now less motivated by money and are more driven by the idea of contributing to a positive change. Organizations and businesses are hiring those with value and purpose. These are the ones that see what can be done and accomplished and what can be used to help achieve that goal. McKean states, the focus group believed it is not necessary to spend large amounts of money to demonstrate the value of these new approaches. Expensive analytics projects are not required to get started with big data, but companies should start small and focus on proving value at each step. To summarize, companies have an opportunity to delve into a new way of doing business. Using social media is a different way to attract customers. However, there are many hurdles that businesses and organizations will face when it comes to using social media. It comes down to leaders being able to encourage and change and collaborate with IT in order to achieve that goal.